Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Alpha Phantom. Today we are reacting to Mystery Recap.
Hi, Mystery Recapped here. Today, I'm going to explain a Chinese comedy fantasy film called Ri Cheng Huan Zhang Jinan. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The protagonist of the movie is a con artist named A Zhen. At the beginning of the movie, he steals a historic statue from a well-secured museum. The statue has several superstitions attached to it, as people believe that whoever has owned it in the past has gone crazy in one way or the other. After successfully getting his hands on the said valuable, Zhen goes to meet his business partner, Brother He. He sells him other prehistoric things that he has collected in the museum, but keeps the statue to himself. Brother He's client, Adam, is furious that he didn't get the statue. Later at night, Zhen is trying to start his car when he notices that a car on the for stealing money from his wallet is after successfully getting his hands on the said valuable, Zhen goes to meet his business partner, Brother He. He sells him other prehistoric things that he has collected in the museum, but keeps the statue to himself. Brother He's client, Adam, is furious that he didn't get the statue. Later at night, Zhen is trying to start his car when he notices that a car on the other side of the road is slipping downhill. As he tries to stop it, lightning strikes him and knocks him out. A flashback of his childhood shows us that when he was little, his principal had punished him for stealing money from his wallet, although it was a prank set by his friends. Zhen was humiliated in front of the entire school. That day, in a fit of rage, he had asked God to hit him with lightning if he had stolen the money. Back in the present, he wakes up in his bed. To his surprise, the veins on his arms have turned red and prominent. Zhen doesn't think much of it and opens the fridge. At first glance, he sees someone's face inside it, but when he looks again, it's gone. Similarly, after he pees, the toilet turns into a human and starts talking. Zhen is beyond surprised. He walks out of the washroom but hears his couch talking. Even his cat asks him to get him a female cat. Soon, all the objects in his room, including his TV, plants, decorations, and his thirsty cat, start to talk. Zhen quickly packs up the valuable statue and runs outside. He's a man peeing in his car and scolds him, but the man turns out to be a stray dog. Zhen starts to believe that the lightning strike to his head has made him go insane. He hurriedly gets into his car and drives away in a rush. Some seconds later, his car turns into an old man and asks him to drive slowly. He sits beside Zhen in the front seat, smiling at him. Zhen stops the car and runs to a beach holding the bag that has the statue in it. When he opens the bag, the statue talks to him. The human form of the statue comes to life and calls Zhen out for stealing him. Following that, Zhen goes to the doctor to get his head checked. The doctor just so happens to be the principal who once accused him of stealing his money. When the doctor refuses to believe that Zhen can talk to things and animals, his computer turns into a human and talks to Zhen. Using the computer, Zhen tells the doctor about all the promiscuous movies that are saved on his hard drive. The doctor is left stunned. Now that the guy knows that he is a pervert, the doctor suggests that he go to a psychiatrist. As Zhen is leaving the doctor's office, he bumps into his childhood crush and friend, Wang Caomei. She recognizes him instantly, and the two chat for a short time. Zheng asks her about any disease that may cause people to talk to objects. Caomei suggests bath salts. She only laughs at him and gives him her card. After the brief encounter, Zhen's mood has gotten exponentially better. He asks his car to talk to him, but it refuses. Some minutes later, it stops in the middle of the road. When Zhen goes out to check, the engine explodes, sending him flying to the ground. Somehow, the statue has landed safely on the road. The human form appears and tells Zhen that he should practice good virtue and return all the things he has stolen. Only then will the objects stop talking to him. A while later, the repairmen are called, and the car is taken to the garage. Zhen wants it to be repaired, but the mechanic says that replacing parts to such an old vehicle is not possible, so he should demolish it. After it is taken away, Zhen notices a red mask on the road. The mask talks to him and informs him of 4 robbers who are on their way to rob a jewelry shop. The scene shifts to a van, where the said robbers are driving to the said jewelry shop. One of them has lost his mask, so they kidnap a woman and use her tights as a mask. However, when they reach the shop, the police are already there, waiting for them. A few hours ago, Jean was at the police station to inform the police about the robbers that the mask had told him about. The police inspector thought he was a freak at first, but when Jean communicated with his office table, he believed him. That office table has seen some shit. After the robbers are caught, the police officer asks Jean to call his next of kin, believing him to be a mentally ill person. He calls Kaume to the police station, who makes the police officer understand that Jean is not in his right mind. They then go to the beach, where Jean tells her everything that has happened to him. Until then, Kaume refuses to believe him, and predicts that he is suffering from schizophrenia. She says that she is ready to help him get back to his normal mental state. Jean agrees to act like he is mentally ill, hoping it will give him a chance to get closer to Kaume. Weird plan, bro. When she leaves, a lightning bolt strikes the park bench he was sitting on seconds ago. The bench's human form chases Jean, accusing him of being the reason he was struck. At night, Jean goes to put the statue back in the museum, hoping that it will make him go back to normal. The human form of the statue tells him that since he is doing this for his own good, it won't help him. Still, Jean keeps the statue in the museum and leaves. The next day, Brother Hay finds out that the statue was returned by the thief. He is being pressured by his associates to get a hold of the statue as soon as possible because he has already accepted half of the money. Meanwhile, Kaume holds a meeting with all the doctors of the hospital, including the former principal, to discuss Jean's condition. The doctors, however, dismiss her concern, saying that Jean is faking his illness to get closer to her, except for the former principal, who supports her view and allows her to help him. At night, Jean goes to an old temple to return a book he had stolen. He sees a group of monks training, but they happen to be statues. The chief monk takes the book from him and praises Jean for doing the right thing. The following day, Kaume brings him to a field when it is about to rain. She makes him wear an antenna so the lightning bolt would strike him again and cure his illness. Or perhaps it will absolutely destroy him. However, the plan doesn't work because Jean is too scared to be struck. On their way back home, Jean thanks Kaume for being nice to him when they were younger. It turns out that she was the only one who believed him when the principal accused him of stealing the money. They talk about a yellow umbrella that Kaume used to carry everywhere. She claims that it was her late mother's only memory, but someone stole it a few years ago. She curses the person who stole it, not knowing that it was actually Jean. When he reaches home, he tries to talk to the umbrella to apologize, but it refuses to talk to him. Following that, he brings out a painting from his stash of stolen stuff. The painting happens to be the Mona Lisa. To check the authenticity of it, he brings it to a museum and shows it to the artist, Adam. Adam is Brother Hay's customer, who has been pressuring him to steal the statue. He disguises his illegal business using the art gallery. To Jean's surprise, Kaume is also at the art gallery. He finds out that she is dating Adam and leaves right after. The next day, Jean is in the hospital with Kaume. She has brought a lie detecting machine, wanting to check if he is really telling her the truth. As they talk, she asks him if he had a crush on her when they were in school. Before Jean can answer, someone interrupts them. A few hours later, Jean goes to meet Adam again and finds him painting a nude picture of a girl. It is clear to him that Adam is cheating on Kaume. Jean cannot sleep that night. He contemplates if he should tell Kaume the truth, but his houseplant advises him against ruining her relationship. Later that day, Kaume takes Jean on a hot air balloon ride to help him with his supposed fear of heights. She has also brought him a cake, remembering that it is his birthday. Jean is overwhelmed by the gesture. However, his happiness doesn't last long, as on their way back, he hears her talk to Adam on the phone. Following that, Jean goes to talk to Adam about the original Mona Lisa painting he owns, but Adam refuses to believe him. When he isn't looking, Jean takes the opportunity to text all his flings on his phone. The next day, all the girls, including Kaume, gather and beat Adam up for playing them. Later that day, she goes to a club with Jean to get her mind off of her ex-boyfriend. They dance and drink the entire night. Jean brings her to his house because she is too drunk to drive home. He quickly hides the umbrella so she wouldn't see it, and they spend the rest of the night watching TV. In the meantime, a jealous Adam goes to Brother Hay and shows him CCTV camera footage of Jen talking to his phone and asking for the passcode. Adam has been keeping an eye on him for the past few days and has found out about his special power. However, Brother Hay doesn't believe him. Back at Jen's home, his belongings start to urge him to tell Kaume about the umbrella. He gets annoyed by them and goes to the dumping site to meet his old car. It is being demolished, so he wants to say his last goodbye. The man version of the car tells him that it used to deliberately break down when Jen went on a heist because it is the only way the car could have stopped him from doing bad things. Jen apologizes for being rude to him for all those years. They share an emotional goodbye as the man disappears into thin air and the car is demolished. Following the encounter, Jen goes to meet Kaume and tells her about his powers. He also hands her the yellow umbrella and apologizes for taking it. Kaume asks him to talk to the umbrella and tell her what her mother's last words were. The umbrella refuses to talk, so Kaume doesn't believe him. She storms off, furious, and returning home that day, Jen looks at his arm and sees that the last line of the vein that was red has turned normal, meaning that all his debts are paid and he can no longer talk to things. He gets a call from Brother Hay, threatening him with Kaume's life and asking him to come to a warehouse. Jen rushes there to find out that Hay wants him to talk to a locker that contains valuable weapons and find out its passcode. If Jen fails to do so, he threatens to kill Kaume. She is hung from a height on the other side of the room. Jen tries to communicate with the locker but cannot. He tells them that he has lost his ability. Hay is about to shoot him dead, but the police arrive just in time and save both of them. When Jen returns home, he looks at his belongings and reminisces about their constant chattering. The movie ends as we see Kaume using her yellow umbrella to protect Jen from the rain. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the...
Okay, so that's all for today. See ya.